we are at the brand new office space room thing. Yay! Yay! All right, so this is what we are looking at. So this is the second bedroom in our apartment, and it is definitely supposed to be a functioning studio slash office. So we have some of those things. We have a backdrop for the photos. We have the lights for the photos. We have the paint and a bulletin board that if you look closely, has not been attended to since September 29th. And let me just say that it is definitely November. So this is going to be basically the new or renewed Supply Studios. I had a previous studio in the Greenmount West neighborhood of Baltimore City, but I left that studio last September or October. So this has literally been like the first time I've had like a proper workspace in a minute. Of course, since I live with my sugar bunny, love of my life, Alicia, who's currently making pasta, this is gonna be a shared space. So this is her her current like ceramics corner that we are gonna expand because we both need equal equity in this space in order to create. I need to like get my vlog angles correct, you feel me? Yeah, I don't really see myself vlogging like this. That was a bucket. But as you can see for right now, this room is a mess. There are random things everywhere and it's not functioning at all. But it's not functioning and I need the space, we need the space to function in order for both of us to properly create effectively. So that is what today's task will be. I just ordered this awesome desk off Amazon. Alicia's actually gonna order a similar one. I'm gonna link mine below, and then when I do the video of our update when her desk finally arrives, I'll link hers below as well. This is actually supposed to be my current desk. It is a fold-out table, a fold-out card table that I purchased probably about 6 or 7 years ago that has a horrible dip in the middle that makes working at it a pain. So that's why it is this currently. And you know, this has been this for a while. But this is actually the first time, I'll say, having started my business, my first business when I was 15, this is probably the first time that I've actually even had like a proper desk. Like a desk that wasn't a card table, that wasn't a makeshift work table, that wasn't plywood on sawhorses, that wasn't a stack of milk crates, a stack of books, a stack of boxes. As an artist, sometimes it's hard to kind of like, I don't even want to say legitimize yourself, but it's hard to like allow space for you to have things that aren't just, I don't know. It's hard to really kind of like define what it is. Coming from like the DIY spaces, it's sometimes there's kind of like this idea that, okay, like everything has to be DIY. You know what I mean? Like going legit is like selling out, or you know, whatever people say. I'm in horrible lighting and I'm surrounded by 2 lights, so that's kind of like It's kind of stupid. So let's park in front of here. But yeah, as a DIY artist, sometimes it's just hard to like really. I think what it is as a DIY artist, sometimes it's hard to allow yourself to have legitimate things because everything is kind of like presented as like a counterculture sort of situation. So when you start to have legitimate situations, like when I turned my painting practice into a legitimate business, sometimes you feel like oh, like, am I selling out? Like, you know, am I now a slave to the hands of capitalism? And it's like, it's hard to allow yourself to grow and to give yourself good things because you feel like, okay, well, you know, I've made all these things myself, figuratively and literally. You made your own opportunities. You made your own studio space. My first studio space was literally in the middle of a shitty warehouse in Greenmount West. Like, I didn't even have walls. I had industrial shelving that was, I'll actually insert pictures of what my first studio space looked like. And then you'll see like, oh man, that's wild. Like, I paid $75 a month on a handshake lease that allotted me no insurance, no damages, but literal space. So coming from that to now having like an actual sort of like potential workspace in my home is sort of weird, sort of surreal. It's something I feel like I avoided for a long time because I always told myself I can't work and live in the same space because, you know, I'm an artist and I, you know, I'm a butterfly and I need to spread my wings. But because of quarantine, no one's been allowed to go anywhere. If you've been paying for a space at a co-working space or some sort of like communal work area, you haven't been there. So this pivot has forced us all to work from home, basically. And this is what, you know, this is gonna look like for me. Hopefully my goal is to actually keep this entire apartment after we leave and then turn the entire apartment into a workspace and possibly invite some friends over and sort of like share or split the rent. But for now, this is what it is. Like, this is our studio tour because, you know, I live with someone else. So this is this is the start of our studio tour. And this is something that I'm actually pretty like excited to show on this channel because I love office tours. I love warehouse fulfillment tours. I love artist studio tours. I love all that stuff. I just love seeing where people do business, how they build their business, and what sort of like goes into their ideology of what they need. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. This won't be one of those situations where like I show myself doing stop motions of cleaning up this room because number one, I don't want to do that. I hate watching people do that. And number two, I kind of want it to just be a situation where I can actually exist in this space for a second. And that process of turning this space into something that I can use and it's something that my partner can use is something that I want to sort of keep a little personal. I want to have some sort of like tenderness to this process. So I'm going to keep that to myself. And if you don't like how that is, then I don't know what to do. Sorry, you have so much entitlement to the life of someone you don't know. But anyway, we're gonna really, you know, this space is what I'm gonna basically build my empire off of. So stay tuned. It's a lot coming. Sorry, this tour wasn't, you know, big and expansive. We're not there yet. But when we are in a bigger and more expansive space, then you'll get that. So, you know, keep with us. We're doing amazing things. Follow me everywhere, more specifically Twitter and Instagram, Brian X Seymour, linked below. Go watch my last video. Go watch the video before that. We're doing a lot of amazing things. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on your notifications, see when I post new videos, and, you know, that's kind of it for right now. Come back next week. See what's popping next week. That way. Got a big ass face.